Quick announcement, I've just launched a Patreon. If things like early access, original files, or your name at the end of all videos interest you, or you just want to support the channel, check out the link in the description. In this video, I am going to draw something. I don't know what, but I'm going to spend about an hour drawing something medium to high effort, and then the next day I'm going to try to draw that same thing from memory. The day after that, I'm going to try to draw the same thing from memory again. Then basically repeat for 7 days. So let's see how good my memory really is. This very specific type of memory. Let's make some artwork. I wanted to draw something complex enough that it would actually be difficult to replicate from memory, but simple enough that I could actually get somewhat close. So I had this giant tree that was also a house in this kind of typical nature landscape. I also drew this random purple creature that looks somewhat similar to the guy I drew in my 10-hour run cycle video that I just uploaded. I filmed these at the same time, so I guess that's just how my brain was working. So with a reasonable amount of shading and texturing, this is the final product for day 1. Right, so I've just finished the first drawing, day 1. It's not crazy complicated, but there's a fair amount going on. So after today, I'm not looking at this again until the end of the challenge. Same goes for every other day. I'm not going to do anything specific to try and memorize it, try to absorb what's going on, and just see what happens tomorrow. Alright, I just finished the day 2 drawing. I think it's pretty close. It feels very much the same. The specific colors are going to be off, hopefully not by too much. And the shapes of, especially the clouds and the bushes, I think those won't be very close, but, you know, same vibes. I'm 99% sure I didn't leave anything out. It's a pretty simple scene, really. Yeah, it only took 40 minutes this time, so we'll see if that keeps decreasing. I imagine it will, at least a little bit. I'll be curious to see if they dip in quality or maybe even get better. But yep, I feel okay with this one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Day 3 is done, and aside from specific colors and placements and, you know, stuff like that, I think everything looks pretty solid, pretty accurate, but really, who knows. One specific problem I had was the forehead of this creature was freaking... I didn't make it tall enough this time because of the stripes. Also, it took 40 minutes again, roughly, so maybe I've plateaued there, but I think I'll be faster tomorrow because I kind of have more of a sense of what I'm doing now. There wasn't much to say about day 4 to 7. I just kept attempting to draw the same thing. So here's a little time lapse. Right, so this is actually the day after my 7th drawing, but I'm looking at the first one now, and I can definitely point out some things that have changed. This guy has definitely simplified. Right here he's kind of one long neck with like a bulbous belly. Kind of a more interesting shape. Also the windows. I think after day 1 I made them all pluses instead of just a vertical line. Doors definitely changed color. The path has thickened. And this cloud at the top left is off screen at the moment. Okay, so this is day 1. Let's look at day 2. Jesus Christ. So I think it's not going to change much from here. So I have the gist of what's going on, but everything I just pointed out, that is what changed. Oh man, the grass and hills have gotten a lot lighter and brighter. Wow, my memory really did fail me. The tree stayed pretty similar, it's just like the texture's a lot more fine. Day 3. The creature actually looks closer to day 1, I think. The color at least. Yeah, his head shape's kind of closer as well. The shrub he's standing behind, pretty similar in day 2 and 3, but shifted from day 1. The rock on the right just shrinking dramatically. Clouds are kind of just random shapes, but the configuration changed a lot day 1 to 2. Didn't change much from day 2 to 3. The tree's looking a bit uglier. The door shrunk a lot. Well, let's see day 4. Oh my god. Look at his face. I forgot to draw the little lines on the horn. Tree got a little thicker. Clouds stayed pretty similar. This one's missing the eye shine and the horn lines. Guess I was a bit lazy that day, or forgetful. How about day 5? Oh, wow, his snout, it's protruding even more. The bush got more detailed, I guess. The tree's darker, more of a harsh shadow on the ground. Kind of settled into a configuration for the clouds. But the shapes are kind of random. I mean, you get the gist of things with the rock and the bushes. He moved left quite a bit on day 5. Surprisingly consistent in position before that. Alright, how about day 6? Boom. Okay, kinda got bigger. It looks like the camera just zooms in a little. Well, the eye shine is back after 2 days absent. The hills got really dark today. The tree and ground are definitely more saturated. This little guy's gotten wider, I think. Okay, now let's have a look at the final day. Day 7. Yep. As I suspected, while I was making it, it looks very babyish in the last one. I don't know if it's like the size of the eyes compared to the head. Oh my god, the grass is so green today. Green grass. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but day 7 is extremely saturated. So, day 1, day 7. I didn't leave anything out, I think. The shading actually got more detailed. Aside from, I missed the light on the back of the neck. So it really it looks a lot more cartoony and simplistic on the last one. In particular, the character and the tree just look a lot more interesting on day 1. What I've learned is, shapes are going to simplify because subconsciously, it feels like that's less likely to be extremely wrong than if you do a wacky shape that's like opposite to what it should be. Here are all the drawings laid on top of each other. That looks kind of cool. What the hell? Maybe a useful technique if you're trying to animate someone tripping? I don't know. A very time-consuming technique. I think it makes the clouds look better. This is just a good stylistic drawing of clouds. My man is grooving. Well, at a glance, the hills in the background and the bushes in the foreground didn't change that much. I guess you wouldn't notice with the hills because they just blur into each other. Also, similar thing to the cloud. All the bushes together just looks like a better bush. Cool, that was a fun experiment. I hope you had fun watching. I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.